going to have to try to draft patterns, the slip-on garment that you saw a while back. There, I'm going to show you what we're going to use. So we have the back and the front foundation patterns, shorts patterns, front and back. What I'm using are just mini patterns to show how it is to maneuver the patterns efficiently. The skirt patterns, front and back patterns. So I'm using only construction paper and pen within the real setting. Of course, we're using the pattern paper. Okay, so for the top, we're going to use two patterns. That is the front bodice and the front skirt patterns. So we're using two of those patterns because when I draft patterns, especially the bodice patterns, they end in the waist, the full waist. Then the short patterns and the skirt patterns, they also begin with the full waist. So the skirt pattern there will tell us the length of the top. Okay, so what you see is the French curve. I'm using the French curve to draw the neckline. There's the neckline up there. The ruler. But when you're going to have to draft the patterns, you never use the ruler. You have to use the tape measure, because rulers have different scales. But the tape measures, they have standard scales. So basically using the tape measure, you'll end with the same measurements. But since we're working on mini patterns, so it's the ruler I'm using. So when you manipulate the patterns, the foundation patterns, to make the design patterns, you also have to make sure that you already have included the allowances. So I'm using there the hip curve. That's the hip curve. It's for the hem. That is your top. That's the pattern for your top. Now we're doing the pattern for the pajama. So the pajama there is a bit that's some sort of capri. The size is not really full. It's not full length pajama. The hip curve once more. So there you're putting already an allowance for the garter. I'm using the pattern to shape the to move. You actually move the patterns to make them wider. Okay. It's important that you already put there the allowances, so that when you would have to cut, all you have to think is just to put it in fabric. Okay, we're tracing it. Tracing. Just assume that is the desired length of the pajama. The hip, okay. cutting the patterns now. So we're cutting that's the shorts, not the shorts anymore, that's the pajama. So instead of drafting the pajama, you just have to draw, you just have to make sure you have foundation patterns, because those foundation patterns would help you with design patterns. Next is the design pattern for the top, your sleeveless top or your sleeping garment. So sleeping garments, they're usually loose. Loose and comfortable. What just cut was the front patterns. Now we're using the front pattern to draft the back of the top. So your back, basically you just have to remove the neckline. You can either connect it using French curve or just straight line or a V. It's actually up to you. So there it is, that's your back. So you attach a strap with the pointed part there on the top part of your front pattern. Now we're cutting the back. It's the back pajama pattern. So I'm using another color to show the difference between the back and the front pajama. So the difference actually is just the front is deeper. It's in the crotch area, deeper compared to the back. And the back, it goes higher in the upper part there, crotch. So that's basically it for your sleeping garment.